Hi guys. I actually only ran Poets Den for about a year, so I guess that's as long as Jesse can remember. But yeah, thank you, Jesse. Thank you guys for all being here. At Poets Den, we do other people's poetry. We have like featured poets, so it's a little bit different to have to get up here and read my own stuff. But yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I've got a few poems. They're not too terribly long, but I hope you guys like them. The first one's called Arizona Adventure Treats. Barefoot, dirty feet with a sweet maple glaze over my sleep-deprived eyes. Lashes blink subtle breezes, savory days sliding by. Laughter breaks over grinning teeth. Waves are breaking on the beach 500 miles away. Conversation ceased with the afternoon heat. A floral softness hangs between us. I smile and think, sometimes silence says it best. Dry clouds hang low in summer dusk skies. Fluorescent orange and pink humble every window-hanging neon sign. We forget places like Vegas even exist. Clothes still smell like cedar smoke from last night's desert whiskey-fueled fire. The scent mixes with creosote aroma, spilling in through open windows. We head west at 110, hoping the sun will set a little bit slower. Thank you. So I actually have an ode to read myself, and it's about this one thing. And it's called Ode to a Stolen Pen. Cool metal, rubber grip, situated between fingertips. Ink flows like blood bleeding from mental pressure. How such a treasure ended up in my black-stained pocket, I'm hesitant to say. How I was lucky enough to procure such a thing, I'm not entirely sure. But darling, you're mine now. I shall take you home and put you in a coffee cup next to my bed, caress you in the tenderest of ways. Tell all of my secrets through you. Together, we shall produce poetry. Love poems, lonely poems, lesson poems, and lingerie poems. Oh, and how perfect our life together will be until I forget you in a coffee shop, and you end up in the backpack or briefcase of another who will never love you as I do. Or perhaps, if destiny desires, you will die in my hands, dry as phoenix washes. No one can say how fate will separate us. Just know that I needed you. Know that I appreciated you, you exquisite, sleek, enticing thing. Know that I loved you, thus I stole you. My perfect silver pen. Thank you. So this one I wrote when I was 19, but I was like going through my journals today, and I was feeling pretty nostalgic. And I was like, oh, it's really cheesy, but I'm going to read it anyway. And that was before I believed in titles, and when I was really hopeful about our future as a human race. Not that I'm not still. Yeah, so this one's untitled. I remember when I used to open doors or lend a hand to the world, and then I'd just stand there, batting my sweet eyelashes and spinning a lock of hair through my fingers in expectance of a medal, a thank you, or even just a smile of gratitude. After a while, my batting lashes stopped and formed shadows around my eyes. Fingers no longer spun hair. Instead, they fell near my hips, left to right, right to left, motionless fingers holding crossed arms. And I was bitter, because I thought the world owed me something for all the favors I'd done it. But then the world opened its own door and hit me right in the face, knocking me to the ground. She got down on her hands and knees to make sure I was okay. Thank you. I've read this one a lot, so if you've ever heard me read before, I don't recognize a lot of you guys, so hi. Thanks for being here. But if you've heard me read before, you probably heard me read this one, albeit it's been edited a little bit. So this is called New York City Street. And I also wrote this when I was younger and felt really hopeful about the world. Where's my beer? I forgot it up there or something. New York City Street. Picture a brunette wearing a skirt, red, cut short, and a button-up white shirt. Proud and lips like a plum. Now, picture her on her knees, sitting on her heel, far from sexy or suggestive. Tears aren't coming out of her lime eyes, but the hasty makeup around them is ripped and rubbed. Her plum lips don't ask to be devoured. They've passed the threshold of ripeness and worn of a bruised sickness, perhaps a stomachache. Her red skirt's been yanked at and abraded, sleeve missing from her shirt, and strings poke through holes, scattered across it like poppy seeds. She wears a broken necklace for a bracelet, sloppy knot made of string. Pulsing eyes wander over high heels, boat shoes, and loafers. Her hands are held out, twitching speech on repeat, begging for help, in the kind of voice one might find in a cuckoo's nest. But instead of dropping quarters or saying, "Sorry, I'm broke," with a sympathetic smile, people watch the seconds on crossing signals or answer phones that no one is calling. Remember what she looked like before? Thank you. And I think I have one more, if that's okay. And this one's called Abiding. My muse refuses to follow my schedule. She turns my alarm clock off in the middle of the night to suit her fancy. She makes me stay up late and get drunk. Sometimes, when I am halfway out the door for events, I see her bare leg out the corner of my eye, enticing me from the bedroom door. When I am studying, firm grip on book, pen between concentrating teeth, I hear her giggling in the backyard. I hear her humming. I hear her gasp with sweet surprise, and I have to go see what's under the rocks she's been turning over. I am eager to meet her new 8-legged friends. I am in the shower and she whispers through the cracked door that she is in the next room and won't wait for me to get out of the shower and let her saliva run out of my pen. My muse refuses to follow my schedule. I set some nights apart for her, and she falls asleep early. My days off, I say, let's go to the park with a picnic, IPAs, and poetry books stuffed in our backpacks. She doesn't feel like it. We plan to take a vacation to the beach, but she insists on stopping and staying in the desert. Sometimes I put my hands on her perfect hips, brush her hair away, and breathe a soft kiss onto her neck, and she says with a scowl, "I just started my period." What am I supposed to do? I surrender. You win, sweet Calliope. I abide, yielding to you. Direct my course like traffic lights. Thank you. And then I've got one more that's really short. It was an experiment in alliteration. I don't smoke that much weed anymore. Just to preface this. I hate when people preface poems, but I just thought I'd preface this with that. It's called I Can Only Write When I'm High. Perhaps if my plan to become a professional poet proves practical, I can convince my physician to prescribe me pounds of pot. I'll purchase purple and pink pipes, since pretty things promote productivity. Thank you.